Get lost and stay gone, my father roared. They cast me out for quitting law school. Unbeknownst to them, I possessed a $30 million fortune. Can you imagine being told to get out of your own home by your own father with nothing but a single suitcase and $200 to your name? Because that's exactly what happened to me just 3 short years ago. And today? Well, today I'm sipping coffee on the balcony of my multi-million-dollar Malibu mansion, watching the sun rise over the Pacific. Seriously, who writes this stuff? This journey, from that doorstep to this balcony, it wasn't just hard, it was everything. It changed me down to my bones. Before I dive into how I went from being completely out on my own to owning this beachfront paradise, do me a favor, drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from, and hit that like and subscribe button. Let's turn pain into power together. So, I grew up in Denver, Colorado, in a totally average, middle-class neighborhood. Our house was just a house. Nothing special. For bedrooms, faded blue siding, a yard just big enough for a swing set. But for my father, Frank Blackwood, that house wasn't just his home. It was a constant, screaming reminder of his perceived failures. He always dreamed bigger, talked bigger, and somehow, it was always everyone else's fault when reality didn't magically line up with his grandiose expectations. Dad was a sales manager. He wasn't terrible at his job, but he wasn't exceptional either. And that mediocrity, it ate at him. Every single day. He was a pressure cooker of resentment, just waiting to explode on anyone nearby. And yeah, that usually meant me. He'd walk through the door, yank his tie loose, and immediately find something to pick apart. The house wasn't clean enough. Dinner wasn't ready on time. My grades, oh my grades, were never perfect enough. Stephanie, he'd say, holding up my report card, scrutinizing a 98% on a calculus test. What happened to the other 2 points? Never mind that I had the highest score in the entire class. In Frank Blackwood's house, anything less than absolute, flawless excellence was, well, it was failure. My mother, Grace, she was beautiful in this quiet, understated way. Warm brown eyes that used to crinkle at the corners when she smiled, though those smiles became tragically rare over the years. Mom had been an art teacher before marrying Dad, but he convinced her to quit the moment my brother, Jason, was born. A Blackwood wife doesn't work, he declared, as if he was bestowing some great honor upon her. I watched, year after year, as her artistic spirit slowly withered under his suffocating control. She loved us fiercely, silently. When Dad would erupt, she'd wait until he stormed off, then slip into our rooms with a gentle touch, a whispered encouragement. This will pass, she'd say. But we both knew it never really did. She was our shield, the buffer absorbing the worst of his anger. Looking back, I see she was trapped too. Financially dependent, emotionally manipulated into believing she couldn't survive without him. It was heartbreaking. And then there was my brother, Jason. 2 years older, the undisputed golden child. He played football, got decent grades, and most importantly, he worshipped our father. He followed Dad's blueprint without question. Business degree, corporate job, married his college girlfriend, Heather, before they'd even figured out who they were as people. Dad absolutely beamed with pride at everything Jason did, while somehow finding fault with every single thing I pursued. My escape came when I was 12. My grandmother, Lillian, my mom's mother, and, honestly, the only person who ever dared to stand up to my father, she gave me a refurbished laptop for my birthday. Dad was furious. He called it a distraction from real studies. But Grandma Lillian, she just held her ground. The girl has a mind of her. Full story video added in below.